What if I told you that Zeus, the so-called king of the gods, isn't actually the most powerful deity on Mount Olympus? Today, we're ranking all 12 Olympian gods by their true power levels, and the results will shock you. From cosmic forces that could reshape reality itself to gods whose influence spans life, death, and everything in between. This is the ultimate power ranking you've been waiting for. The 12 Olympians have ruled from their celestial throne for millennia, each wielding powers that mortals could barely comprehend. But not all gods are created equal. Some command the very forces of nature, while others hold dominion over the human soul itself. Using ancient sources, mythological feats, and divine hierarchies, we've analyzed every aspect of their power. From raw destructive capability to cosmic influence, the rankings might surprise you. Let's ascend to Mount Olympus and discover who truly reigns supreme. 12th, Hermes, the divine messenger. Starting at number 12, we have Hermes. And don't let this placement fool you. As the messenger of the gods, Hermes possesses incredible speed, traveling between realms instantly. He guides souls to the afterlife and can manipulate luck itself. But compared to the cosmic powerhouses ahead, his abilities, while impressive, are more about utility than raw power. 11th, Artemis, the Huntress Supreme. Artemis commands the hunt, the moon, and wild beasts. Her silver bow never misses its target, and she can summon plague arrows that devastate entire armies. She once turned a man into a stag for simply seeing her bathe. Her power over nature is formidable, but her influence remains primarily earthbound. 10. Apollo, the golden god. Apollo wields the power of the sun, prophecy, music, and healing. He can bring both plague and cure with his arrows. His prophetic abilities through the Oracle of Delphi shaped the fate of nations. As a solar deity, he literally controls daylight across the world. Yet even with such cosmic responsibility, he ranks here due to sharing solar duties with Helios in some traditions. 9. Aphrodite, the force of love. Never underestimate Aphrodite. She doesn't just inspire love, she commands it. She can make gods fall desperately in love with mortals, start wars over beauty, and her mere presence can drive entire armies to madness. The Trojan War itself began because of her power. Love and desire rule all living beings, making her influence nearly universal. 8. Ares, the god of war. Ares embodies the brutal chaos of warfare. Where he treads, violence follows. He can inspire bloodlust in armies, multiply a warrior's strength tenfold, and his very presence on a battlefield determines victory or defeat. His power grows with every conflict across the mortal realm, feeding off humanity's endless capacity for war. 7. Hephaestus, the divine forge master. Hephaestus may seem like just a craftsman, but he forged the weapons and tools of the gods themselves. Zeus's thunderbolts, Poseidon's trident, Hades' helmet of invisibility, all came from his forge. He controls all volcanic activity on Earth, and his automatons could potentially create an unstoppable army. The power to arm the gods puts him firmly in our top ranks. 6. Demeter, the life giver. Demeter controls all agriculture, fertility, and the cycle of life and death in nature. When her daughter Persephone was taken to the underworld, she nearly ended all life on Earth by causing a perpetual winter. Think about that. She held the entire planet hostage until Zeus intervened. Her power over the food chain gives her leverage over both gods and mortals. 5. Dionysus, the untamed force. Dionysus represents more than just wine and parties. He's the god of ecstasy, madness, and primal liberation. He can drive entire populations insane, transform reality through divine madness, and his followers become nearly invincible in their frenzied state. He conquered India, turned pirates into dolphins, and even Zeus feared his unpredictable nature. Chaos Incarnate deserves this ranking. 4. Athena, the strategic mastermind. Athena combines divine wisdom with devastating warfare capabilities. Born fully armed from Zeus's head, she's never lost a battle. She's the patron of heroes, the inventor of crucial technologies, and her strategic mind can outmaneuver any opponent. She defeated Ares in combat, tamed Pegasus, and her wisdom guided the greatest heroes in Greek mythology. Intelligence combined with power is a terrifying combination. 3. Hades, the Lord of the Dead. Here's where things get controversial. Hades rules over the largest realm of the three brothers, the underworld, where all souls eventually go. He commands legions of the dead, controls all underground wealth, and his realm is inescapable. Even Zeus cannot retrieve a soul from Hades without permission. His helmet of invisibility makes him undetectable to gods and mortals alike. Death comes for everyone. Even gods can be sent to his domain. 2. Poseidon, the Earthshaker. Poseidon controls the seas, earthquakes, and horses. He can sink continents, create islands, and trigger tsunamis that reshape coastlines. The oceans cover most of Earth's surface, giving him massive territorial control. His trident can split mountains, and his rage can make the entire planet tremble. He challenged Zeus for supremacy and nearly won. The Earth itself bends to his will. 1. Zeus, the Thunder King. Zeus claims the top spot, but barely. Yes, he rules the other gods and wields the Master Thunderbolt. He can shapeshift, see all events across the realms, and his word is literally divine law. But here's the thing. His power comes from alliances and political control as much as raw ability. He needed his brothers to defeat the Titans, and the fates themselves can overrule his decisions. However, when Zeus unleashes his full power, he can level mountains, control the weather across the entire planet, and his voice can shatter reality itself. The other gods obey him not just from respect, but from genuine fear of his wrath. But wait, there's something I haven't told you. Some ancient sources suggest there were secret 13th and 14th Olympians whose power was so terrifying they were erased from most myths. And what about Hera? You notice she's not on this list? That's because ranking the Queen of the Gods requires its own entire video. What do you think of these rankings? Did Zeus deserve the top spot, or should Hades or Poseidon rule Olympus? Drop your own power rankings in the comments below.